Hello to all my friends out there. So I found this tea. I will be buying a few of these. I like these. There's no caffeine, and I made 4 cups yesterday and I still have some. So here are my brownies. They're finely cool. I will stockpile some of these. I had a very dismal failure with the cake mix, cookies, and brownie mix, and I made some tasty peanut butter frosting. So everything will be okay. So in a minute, I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be on big batches of food. So what you want to do is you want to start preparing in a way so that if you weren't the only one running out of food, if all kinds of people were running out of food, then possibly you could share a little of your food. You would have resources enough that, you could help out the other guy. This peanut butter frosting is yummy, homemade, you guys. Peanut butter is one of those things you can get right now at the food bank, so get some now while you can get it. Stockpile a couple of jars each month if you can. You can make peanut butter sandwiches, for a meal, a cheat meal. A lot of kids, would eat peanut butter sandwiches for years and be very happy. We used to eat bologna sandwiches all the time, and we came out good. In fact, when I grew up, I was still eating bologna sandwiches tonight. Now, bologna is one thing, you can buy a lot. Okay, so now let me get one of my tasty brownies out. Might as well have a fairly large brownie. They're cheap enough. This is half a batch. This much brownies was like 44 cents. It's not expensive. And if you have to go to some party, like at Christmas, this would be a good one for Halloween. And you brought this, I'm sure people would be glad to accept your brownie. Now let me taste it, and I will tell you. If it doesn't taste good, I'll tell you, like my cookies, it wasn't successful. Yummy. I'm going to add 8. Okay. Here is my peanut butter frosting recipe. For this little batch, I use 1 tablespoon margarine, a 1/4 cup peanut butter, and powdered sugar. I sprinkle the salt on. I put 1/2 teaspoon of Mexican vanilla, and then I used evaporated milk, and I just poured a tiny bit in, and I was mixing it with my electric mixer. Okay, so now for the challenge. This challenge is the big batches challenge. Like if you go to church parties or something and you bring these big batches of food, spaghetti, macaroni salad, potato salad, macaroni and cheese, homemade. Let me write the recipe out for you now because sometimes they get lost. Two tablespoons margarine, 2 tablespoons flour. You want to stockpile flour. It's going to be really bad if you run out of flour because then you run the risk of running out of bread. You cook your flour in the margarine, and you need salt and pepper. I use evaporated milk, 1/2 evaporated milk, 1/2 water. I mix that together, and then I pour it on top of my cooked flour little by little, and then I add Velveeta cheese. The cheapest place I found it is Aldi's. You want to stockpile Velveeta cheese in your stockpile, and you want to stockpile milk, whether it's powdered. You want to stockpile so you can make some homemade macaroni and cheese. Gravy. When I come back tonight, I am going to make gravy, and what I'm going to use is, these are my drippings from that steak I made last night. I hope you guys never have to resort to any of these cheap ways. I really do. And then I am going to make these biscuits, and I'm going to make them on top of the stove in a little oil, and then I'm going to have an egg or two. So you want to make big batches of gravy. And don't ever forget, gravy is food. You can eat a little bowl of gravy with a few crackers or bread, just like soup. Egg salad, tuna salad, and fried bologna sandwich. You want to stockpile bologna and lunch meat in your refrigerator. Don't listen to these people. One bologna sandwich will tide you over. Okay, so now you want to stockpile spaghetti and spaghetti sauce. Today I was at Walmart, and the spaghetti was 80-something cents, and the package of spaghetti were like 78 cents. Elbow macaroni. You can use that in your macaroni salad and your macaroni and cheese. The only two I really stockpile are noodles and macaroni, elbow macaroni. You need mayo and pickle relish for your macaroni salad. I mean, if that's all you had. And you need Velveeta cheese for your, so this will point you in the right direction for the stockpile as well. So I want to challenge you guys to come up with big batches of food that people can make on the cheap, so they won't run out of food and go hungry. And I want to encourage you guys, if you're a little bit on the broke side, go to those food banks and stock up right now so you won't be suffering lack. Okay, I'll be back with some gravy and some biscuits and some eggs. Okay, you guys, God bless you.